I can't imagine it not being a good thing for anybody, really. I can't, because, you know, the things that I've learned and the things that I've seen, to me, I can't imagine how they're not going to be things that are going to have a positive impact for anybody, you know, whether it's that they come to the programme because they want to become a coach or because they want to use those skills in a different way in their personal life or other businesses or whatever. I just can't really imagine how it's not a good thing. Before I started the programme, I had been in a bit of a sort of a transitional time in terms of what I was doing in my business. I had sold my business, which I'd run for a long time, a few years earlier, and had just done some consultancy work for a few years, which incorporated a little bit of coaching, but kind of it wasn't exactly what I wanted to do longer term. What had me decide to do the programme was I'd kind of been through a lot of stuff in my personal life, and I think I wanted to. It wasn't necessarily about my business initially. It was more about me just wanting to work out some stuff and get that sort of grounding on a more on a personal level. Well, I very quickly realised that what I wanted to do was to establish a coaching business. It literally everything has changed. You know, it's completely changed how I view all of my relationships and the depth of connection that I'm experiencing with everybody, and particularly the people that I'm closest to. You know, I've experienced a couple of significant losses, like, you know, really difficult to deal with, things that are really difficult to deal with. And I think before, if this had have happened, you know, before I was on the programme and before I had the understanding that I now have, I think I would have really struggled to deal with those things. But there's just this innate understanding that actually I'm okay, and that, you know, I don't need fixing and nothing is broken. And, you know, although, you know, we all will deal with really difficult things, that actually, you know, they are just things, really difficult things, and they don't actually have the power to fundamentally hurt me. When I started, I didn't know why I was doing it, and I was a little bit overwhelmed by everything, really. I remember I live streamed in for the first module, and I remember for the first hour or so, like listening to other people that were in the room and that were on the live stream, and I remember thinking, oh, they all know so much more than I know. You know, they've got this knowledge that I just don't have, and I felt I felt a bit overwhelmed by that. But then really quickly, it just became really clear to me that actually nobody had anything that I didn't have, and I think, you know, that's an experience that I've shared with quite a lot of people. I can't imagine it not being a good thing for anybody, really. I can't, because, you know, the things that I've learned and the things that I've seen, to me, I can't imagine how they're not going to be things that are going to have a positive impact for anybody. You know, whether it's that they come to the programme because they want to become a coach or because they want to use those skills in a different way in their personal life or other businesses or whatever. I just can't really imagine how it's not a good thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
When we started the programme, the first module, we were asked to write a letter to ourselves. So I can't remember what I wrote in my letter, but I think I wrote something along the lines of, "You're going to be okay," or something like that. Words to that effect, anyway. And I didn't really, I had no clue then the things that I was going to experience. But that's probably the thing that is the most fundamental thing that, you know, I've seen and learned. And